Hi guys, it's Miss Kerwin, and I'm going to go over some of the types of math problems that you might see this week in your Zern lessons or in your Google Forms that you will have to fill out for your assignments. So, this first one is a number line, and they're trying to, I don't know, mess with your brain a little bit by making it crooked, but it does not matter that it is crooked. It's just a normal number line. And if you look, you will notice most number lines start with 0. Sometimes the 0 can be on this side, but it makes more sense to my brain to have the 0 here. Then I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I have little slashies in between each whole number. Do you notice how many there are in between each whole number? There's 1, 2 little slashies in between each whole number. That means that each whole number is split into 1, 2, 3 equal groups. And we know that if a whole number is split into 3 equal groups, we are working with thirds. So if I wanted to, I could even label all my little slashies. It'll take some time, but it's not hard. I'm starting with 0, so I know this first one would be 1/3. Ah! Hold on. Hold the phone. Oh my gosh. Oh, guys, I tell ya. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Okay, let me try again. 1. Oh my gosh, no. It keeps picking up that thing. I don't know why. Okay, 1/3, like this. Okay, so then the next little slash here, if we go 1/3, 2/3. So I'll write it 2. I don't know why it keeps doing that, guys. It's taking forever, but I will get there. Thirds. Now, if I kept going, it would be 3/3. But we know that 3/3 means the same thing as 1 whole. So then if I kept going, I would be like, okay, 1 whole, then it would be 1 and 1/3. 1 and 2/3. 1 and 3/3 is the same as 2. Then it would be 2 and 1/3, 2 and 2/3, and then it would be 2 and 3/3, which is the same as 3 wholes. So we could keep going and we could label if we wanted to, but let's look at what our questions are asking us. One thing for vocabulary that I put here, I forgot I put this word. This is an important word. It's the word coordinate. A coordinate is an exact location on a line like this or on a grid that we'll see tomorrow. I'll actually preview one of the grids with you today. So a coordinate is just an exact location. So like the star, that's an exact location. So that's going to have a coordinate. And the X is right here. We're going to figure out what his coordinate is. That type of thing. So let me show you what I mean. If it says, what is the coordinate of the square? Do you see the square right here? So all I need to tell them is what is the number that goes along with that exact spot. So I'm going to look first at my whole number, and the last whole number that I passed before getting to the square was the 4. So I know it's going to be a whole number of 4. Now I have to figure out, okay, it went 1/3, 2/3. So my answer here would be the coordinate of the square is 4 and 2/3. Let's try a different one. What if they asked what the coordinate of the circle is? Well, the last whole number that it passed was a 2. And then I know I'm counting by thirds. So I'm like 2 and 1/3. It's the first third there. So we'll call it 2 and 1/3. A lot of times, number lines will have whole numbers, which is so much easier to work with than fractions, but we're not scared. Fractions still work. So I'm going to go to the next side, and we're going to preview a grid now. So if you take a look at this guy here, this is a grid. You can see all the little boxes along the way. And I want to point out that this straight line here is called the x-axis. The x-axis always runs horizontally like this. Now this one over here is called the y-axis, and it always goes up and down. So when you hear y, you know that's the numbers that go up and down. When you hear the x coordinates or the x-axis, those are the numbers that go across horizontally. Now we can find the coordinates of each of our shapes, but let's see what the questions ask here. It says, which shape has an x-coordinate of 6 and a y-coordinate of 0? So what we would have to do here is look for the x-coordinate of 6. I know that I just said my x-coordinates are the ones that go over or across or horizontal. So I'm going to look and I'm going to go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jackpot. It's got to be along somewhere here. So it's got to be either the pentagon or the, what is this, an octagon? Yeah, octagon. The next one said we need to find the y-coordinate of 0. That means if I was looking up and down here, it didn't go anywhere. It stayed right here at 0. This is called our origin point at the corner because it's 0, 0. So my answer here would be the pentagon. Type it to make it faster. All right, oops, I shouldn't have done that. Hold on. Let me go like this so we see one question at a time. Boom. The next sentence or question says, what shape is 6 units away from the x-axis? So I like to do something like highlight my x-axis. Oh, geez, that wasn't my best highlighting, but highlight the x-axis and then look at like, okay, which shape is 6 units away? Now this grid is not my favorite because it has 2 squares for each whole unit, but whatever. I'm just going to count up until I get all the way up to the 6. So I'm kind of running my finger along the side to look at how many would be 6 away. And if I run all the way up here, I see this is the only one that's up here, 6 units away. So it has to be the square. Our last question, let me get all this out of here so now we can look at this brand new, fresh. Says, what are the coordinates of the rhombus? If you guys remember from 4th grade, a rhombus is like a square that kind of got squished and it's leaning. It's this guy right here. So if I want to find the coordinates of him, I'm going to go over first to do my x-coordinate and then up. So if I start at my origin, which is right here, how many spots did I go over? None, right? So I'm going to write 0. And the way we write coordinates is we do a parentheses, then the first coordinate, a comma. I'm going to make that look more like a parentheses. Good. And then I have to look how many up did it go. Boop. Just 1 spot up. So my coordinates for the rhombus are 0, 1. That's the way we read it. We always do the x-coordinate first and then the y-coordinate. I want to do one more that I didn't even type here, but I'm going to say, what are the coordinates of the triangle? So this is going to be the question we're going to focus on next. So now I'm going to look for my triangle. Here he is. Boop. So my first thing that I need to do is look over. If I start at my origin, right in the corner, how many units over did he go? Now I'm not going to count this time because this grid is weird. I'm just going to look at the spot that's right under it. So if I went right under it, that would be 2 spots over. So I'm going to start with my parentheses. I'm going to put 2 for my x-coordinate and then a comma. And then I'm going to look at how many spots up did I go. And it's directly with the 5. So my coordinates for my triangle are 2, 5. I'm going to do another video tomorrow, so come back if you want to see some more examples of coordinate graphing and reading different coordinates on a grid.